Hey everybody, it's Finn here. I wanted to do a catch-up to my last vlog, really, just to let you know all know what's going on, and really just to say a massive thank you to everybody. So many people left comments to my last vlog, you know, just such inspiring things, you know, people that are going through the same things I'm going through now and could relate, and people that have been through it and we're at the other side, you know, and everything in between. It's just been amazing the amount of advice and support and inspiration that was given to me after putting it out there on my last vlog, how I was feeling. So thank you everybody so very much. I'm so glad that I decided to vlog on YouTube, because, you know, when things aren't great, or when things are great, I can just put it out there and, you know, everyone kind of gets in touch, and it's just a wonderful family we have. I think the trans community is just a beautiful place to be. Another positive thing about being trans, which is great. Yeah, okay, so to catch up, a lot of advice was given to me about the antidepressants that I was talking about, and I did decide to start taking them in the end. I made a decision that, you know, it would likely help me. It was a difficult decision for me. You know, I haven't had any medication for any of my mental health problems for the last 2 years. And so it did feel like a bit of a step back. And also a bit of a worry, because I really do believe that you need to feel things in order to heal them. You can't just keep suppressing stuff. The reason you don't feel right is because something needs to come out. So, you know, that was my kind of reservation with it, really. But it's just a really low dose. It's 20 milligrams of citalopram, which is a very kind of generic antidepressant. It's really low dose. You know, it's not kind of magically making me feel euphoric or kind of changing my way of thinking or blocking anything out. You know, it's just allowing me just to breathe a bit, really. It's just taking the edge off things, so I can still feel and deal with the stuff I'm going through. It's just more manageable. Well, yeah, that's the idea. So yeah, I've kind of made peace with that. So I've started taking that. So I've been on that just over 2 weeks now, I think. But the last 2 weeks have been pretty darn rough. I mean, I have to just put my hands up and say that, you know, I've been saying I'm low and whatever, but let's face it, this is depression. I'm seriously in a phase of depression. And I've not really wanted to say that out loud, but it is the case, and I've just got to say it, you know. I am in a little state of depression right now. But it'll pass, it's alright. So yeah, the last couple of weeks have been a bit rough. I've just taken to my bed, really. I've not done much at all, apart from read the Twilight series. Now, there you go. That's proof that there's something not right. I'm reading a vampire romance series. I need my head checked. But, so yeah, my last 2 weeks have been full of vampires, werewolves, and young love. But it's been interesting. Bit of escapism, I think. I think because I don't do drugs, I don't drink, you know, none of that stuff, that I haven't really got anything I can do for a head holiday, so I went to Vampire Land for a 2-week holiday instead. So yeah, that was good. I've stopped that now. Yeah, so the last couple of weeks I have just taken to my bed, which, as I've said before, it's kind of how I deal with things when things are really bad, is I shut down completely. I get really overwhelmed by the smallest little thing. You know, making a phone call, the phone rings, got to do my washing, and it all just feels incredibly overwhelming and just too much. And so all I want to do is just hide. And so that is what I've done. So another apology to everybody that's, you know, had troubles trying to get hold of me. It's nothing personal. I've just been finding it quite hard to answer emails and answer my phone. And I do apologise. And normal service will be resumed, I promise. So yeah, it came to last Friday, and I don't know exactly what happened, but in the afternoon I went, I'm going for a run. I went for a run, my first exercise in 2 weeks. And since then, over the weekend, I've just felt a lot lighter, which is really good. You know, it's nice just to feel a little bit kind of, whoa. I've been speaking to my tutor, and I'm going to take a break from study for a couple of months just to let myself breathe. So I'm just trying to, as a great friend on here said to me, he said, you know, just allow yourself to feel like this. It's okay, give yourself permission. So that's what I've been doing. I've been giving myself permission to not be okay. and I've just been trying to minimalise the commitments I have in my life as much as possible, just to give myself a break. And I think a couple of months off study is ideal. I need to get back to my AA meetings. I haven't been doing that. That's not so good. But yeah, I'm feeling like I've come through the worst of the last 2 weeks, which is a relief, a real relief actually. And I don't know if it's over yet, but it doesn't matter. I think for me, I've learnt so much in this last 2 weeks, because I haven't been depressed, like medically depressed, for over 2 years. Since I walked into Alcoholics Anonymous and I got sober and I got clean, I haven't had a period of depression. I've been low at times, I've been very low at times, I've been very anxious at times, but nothing like I've been the last few weeks. And it really scared me. And I think because I only had the period prior to 2 years ago to kind of like compare it to, it was making me panic. Because me, 2 years ago, in a state of depression, I would cope with it in a very bad way. I would turn to very bad coping mechanisms like drinking, smoking, lots of weed, self-harming, either not eating at all or binging and purging. And I was very codependent. My ex-partner went through hell with me, and I wouldn't want to do that to Nat. And I was just a horrible person when I was depressed, because I was very poor me, and it's everyone else's problem and not mine. And although I've changed dramatically since then, I think the fear was, oh my God, I'm depressed. I'm going to be exactly like I was 2 years ago. I had nothing to compare it to other than that, and I panicked my arse off. And now I realise that I can be depressed and not revert to being a complete arsehole. I feel a little bit better, if that makes sense. You know, it's been a good learning process for me, because it's just reinforced the fact that I have changed a lot, and that it's not be the last time I'm ever depressed in my life, but that I can handle it. And if I just hang on in, do what I can to take some pressure off myself and hang on in, I'm going to come through the other side and be alright, you know. So yeah, that feels good. That feels good. You know, transition is not an easy thing to go through, and I think most of us who come to transition come to it from a background of mental illness of some point, you know, whether it's just depression or something more sinister. I think it's very common. So I think it's just something that's got to be accepted as part of the journey. And that's what I'm practicing right now, that, you know, there's going to be some amazing ups, but there's going to be lots and lots of amazing downs as well. You know, we're going through the dark to come out to the light, and that's uncomfortable. But I think the biggest lesson I've learnt is that it's all right to say I'm not okay, and thanks to everybody who's reminded me of that. I think I was minimalising a lot, because I was so scared that someone was going to say to me, well, if you're this concerned about transition, if it's making you this low, maybe it's not right for you, Finn. Panic, you know, I think that was going through my head. But, of course, even the most sanely balanced person in the world, ask them to transition, it would do this to anybody, you know. You don't just suddenly transition and everything's magically wonderful, you know. It's a big adjustment period. It's a bit like if you're in prison, okay? Being in prison is all you know. You're not particularly happy, but you don't know anything different other than that prison, okay? And then someone opens the door and goes, there you go. So it's wonderful. You're outside, but this new world is massive. You don't know how to be in it. You don't know how it works. You don't know how you work. And although prison is definitely less than this amazing new world, you're tempted to go back to the prison because it's what you know and it's what's comfortable. You know, and I think transition's very much like that. This world has been opened up to me, and I have no idea how to be in it. I'm learning on a day-to-day basis. It's all ups and downs. I don't know what's coming around the corner. And it's wonderful. Of course it is, but it's scary. Like coming out of prison is wonderful. It's still goddamn scary, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't come out of prison. So it's exactly the same for this. So I've learnt some very important things the last couple of weeks, that it's okay to be down, and it's okay to say you're down. No one's going to take your transition out from under your feet because you say you're down. It's part of the process. And then it will pass, you know. You know, everything passes. Good bit things and bad things. So, yeah, so anybody else that's out there that's going through this as well, that's going through a bit of a low patch at the moment, a bit of depression, just hang on in. Do what you can to take the stress off yourself in whatever way you can, and just trust that it's going to pass, you know, and get some support. And just thank you, everybody, so very much. I don't know what I'd do without everybody here on this channel, on YouTube, and you know, all my friends I've met on here, and people I'm really close to, people that just pop in and leave the odd comment here and there. It's just amazing. You make such a difference to my life, and even though, you know, I don't meet anybody personally, I just consider you all family, and it's just amazing that I can share myself and just get so much love and support back. And yeah, so thank you all very, very much. And I'm going to say bye now before I go into big soppy mode. I will, I've got my next Laurel's appointment a couple of weeks' time, my third appointment and final one before I see the testosterone doctor. So I will update after my next psych appointment. So take care, everybody. Love you all so very much. Take care of yourselves. See you soon. Bye-bye.